G'day, my name's Nathan Klinge and I'm the CEO of RSL Care South Australia, and I just want to take this opportunity to have a quick discussion with you to let you know what we're doing as an organisation in response to COVID-19 and some of the actions we'll be looking to take going forward. You know, I had a good friend of mine who sent me through a social media message that explained about a mother who'd said to her 3-year-old daughter that she wasn't allowed out of the house, and the 3-year-old was obviously upset and through her tears asked if she couldn't go out if it was because of the corona pirates, which I think is a great little story, and I can certainly empathise with the 3-year-old in terms of the impact that it's having on us as a broader community and just what it is that those corona pirates are doing to us. And certainly as us as an industry in the aged care sector, we are really having to respond to this threat, to keep our staff safe, our visitors safe, and of course ultimately our residents safe. So as RSL Care South Australia, what we did very early in the piece, once corona presented as a threat to the community, we formed an emergency control organisation. That organisation is based around our very experienced clinical governance team, who've got many years of experience under their belt in the industry in terms of not only serving the industry but taking care of things like influenza outbreaks and gastro outbreaks and those sort of things. And we've got a great history with RSL Care in terms of our ability to prevent those issues in the first place and to respond very effectively in the rare occasion that they do happen. Certainly all of that experience is being put to great use at the moment in how we are preparing for a response to COVID in the event that we did have an outbreak in our facilities, which to date we don't, thankfully. But not only that, to work really hard to prevent that outbreak from occurring in the first place. We have taken a number of actions which are difficult to take, but it is reflective of the broader challenges in the community, and some of those actions include placing some fairly serious restrictions on visitors to our site, where we are restricting our visitors to just one designated visitor per resident, and that designated visitor can only visit between 9 and 5 Monday to Friday. That's an example of a control measure where we're really trying hard to maintain as much engagement and as much of that sort of external contact with family members, which is really important both ways, not only for the family but also for the resident, but also doing it in such a way that is responsible and really does reduce the overall risks that we all face in the community, and really those risks of bringing what's happening outside our walls inside our walls into our aged care facilities, which is obviously something we are working really hard to prevent. In that regard, I'd love to thank our families and supporters who've been really understanding around those restrictions and really helping us in terms of their self-isolation at home, keeping a social distance, washing their hands, using the hand sanitisers on site, all of which are shots we can fire in this battle against corona. The other thing we're really blessed with at RSL Care is the quality of our staff. As I mentioned, our clinical governance team, which are a really experienced group of operators that know how to respond and react under these difficult circumstances. But that quality of staff goes all the way through our nursing infrastructure with our RNs, our ENs, and to our bedside personal carers and wellbeing staff and catering staff and cleaners, who are all collectively working so hard, not only to protect our residents, but also to make sure they still enjoy their home, that they still have a great experience here in their home, that their well-being and their happiness remains a core focus point for us and a core attention for us, even though we do need to have such a large focus in these other areas. So from my perspective, I'd like to pass on my thanks to our family members, our visitors and our staff for all the work that they do. I look forward to being in touch with you over the coming weeks as the national response to corona changes and evolves, and of course as we as an organisation work with those changes to make sure that we're doing the right thing as well. Thanks for your time.